What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? We here in Amarillo, Texas. We in our way to city or industry, California, which is by LA. Uh, yeah, my last video, guys. At the end, the audio went off. I don't know what happened. I was talking with about a guy that that wrote me an email and told me about he coming to Mercer, which I appreciate him. He put me as a referral. I appreciate that. Like I say, this is not a recruiting channel, but if you guys like to put me as a referral, I will definitely be grateful for it. It's free for you guys, and it will definitely help me. I do the same thing when I came here. I put a person that I used to watch his videos as a referral. So it's a good thing to do. To gladly appreciate it. But yeah, Mercer referral, you get something after the person is been with the company like 30 days, I believe, and then 6 months and a year. So the person leave before that, well, you won't get nothing, right? But anyways, yeah, this guy from California was telling me, man, that in California, if you list owner operator to a company, you're not allowed to low in California, man, which is crazy, man. California got so many regulations and things, man. Uh, it's crazy. They make it harder for truck drivers. It's definitely not state friendly for truck drivers. Uh, you know, Pretty sure they would love to see trucks driving by themselves, you know, which is crazy. But yeah, anyways, we here in Amarillo, Texas, dropping this low on Tuesday. Then on Tuesday, I'm picking up another low 20 miles away uh, from the drop off. I will be going to Arlington, Texas. Drop that low on Thursday. I haven't picked anything yet on Thursday. As you guys know, I like to wait a little bit. Uh, I don't like to jump in the first lows out there, especially if they're not paying great. I mean, if they're paying great and they're out there, I'm going to get it. I'm going to try to get it. Definitely. But yeah, guys, like I was saying, man, in my previous daily vlog, when you guys go to a company, man, as an owner operator, do your research, do your research, make sure, you know, that you got all the information you need to make a good decision, man. Because honestly, man, it's not good to be jumping from company to company. And honestly, a lot of people that been jumping company to company, they never gonna be happy anywhere. That's the real truth. You know, uh, I will advise anybody out there that want to be an owner operator to don't get in a lease truck with a mega carrier. You compete with company drivers. Uh, and I don't know. It, when you got like low mountain, you got international use trucks. You got a lot of dealers out there, man. They got, it will be your first truck, man. Get a used truck, that you could afford easily. You don't got that burden of having a big payment every week. You could take time off and still be able to pay your truck. Yeah, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, used trucks, they break down a lot. Well, guess what? New trucks too. new trucks too, and yeah, they got warranty. But everybody know warranty, man. Those dealers, you're gonna lose a week revenue. You know, waiting on warranty. If that, sometimes longer. I'm telling you because I had a 2025 Freightliner Cascadia before. Uh, I got it with like 40 miles, and I end up getting rid of it. Because man, the pressure is a lot. I got an international now LT, uh, low payment. Take me from point A to point B. I know it's not a Peterbilt, it's not a Kenworth or a Freightliner or a Volvo, but shit, you do the job, man. Give me 9 miles per gallon. It take me from point A to point B. It performs well going up the mountains. I got a lot of space here. So I'm happy with it, man. I'm now here, to uh, showing off. I'm out here to make money, man. Make money and save money and try to do other business in the sides beside trucking, because you got to look for second kind of income. You can't rely on one income nowadays. You got to look for other options. But yeah, guys, you know like I say, if you guys interested in coming to Mercer, my email is Greenstar Logistics LLC, the same way you see it in YouTube. The same way at gmail.com. I also got a TikTok page with the same name. I appreciate you guys' support. Like and subscribe. Help the channel. I just showing you guys my journey as an owner operator out here, man, in the real world. I'm not, you know, I'm not a guy that gonna be talking a lot about what I eat of the day. You know, uh, I don't like to whine, man. I like just to stay positive and try to do the best I can, man. That's my goal, man. But yeah, guys, like I say, uh, so I have few guys that wrote me emails and asked me if I think it's a good time to be an owner operator. And my answer is yes, man. Uh, you know, the bad time it is when you think about doing something and you never do it. Uh, if you got the gut feeling, that that's what you want to do and you sure about it, man, jump up there, man. Uh, yeah, the market's not that great. However, I've seen at least with Mercer, the rates they're getting better. Uh, it's a lot of changes going on, with the DOT enforcing these laws, uh, you know, and cracking down on those illegal carriers, that resetting the e-logs and having the drivers run, 20 hours a day, uh, you know, abusing those drivers, honestly, because they're not making money. If you got to drive that hard uh, to make money, man, you're not really making money, And man, I don't blame those people that come from other countries, man, here, and they came in, they let them in, they gave them the license, so you can't really blame those guys, man. You gotta blame the system that allow it to happen. That's who you gotta blame, man. Because I'm pretty sure if I was in the same situation, living in one of them countries where I didn't have nothing, and I had the opportunity, I will do it. I will definitely do it. And everybody out there said, "No, man, listen, man, you wasn't in that situation. If you was in that situation, you will have done it too." So we gotta blame the system. You could replace a driver, take it out of service, yes, but they're gonna, as long as you leave those companies active out there, they're gonna bring somebody else. Yes, I saw too that the Secretary of State paused the visa for truck driver, which it's a good thing, honestly, because we don't need no more truck drivers. Plenty of truck drivers in the United States, and now they just gotta clean the house, man. Clean the house. Crack on those companies. They got illegal, doing illegal shit. With the e-logs, with the authorities, fake DOT numbers. No insurance. Crack down on that. And things will get definitely better. For everybody. And I see it happening. I see it happening. Everybody's tired of that. It's definitely getting out of attention. However, man, because those guys, are here, it doesn't give you the right, to treat them like shit. I mean, like I say, they came here because the door was open. You can't blame them, man. We gotta be real about it. You know. Uh, I'm a USA citizen. I'm from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is part of the United States. It's one of the greatest assets the United States got. And I live 97% of my life in the United States. I grew up in the United States, in New York, uh, and I grew up with all kind of people. You know, I live in the Midwest. Uh, I don't got time to be ignorant, man. Hey, don't know nobody. That that doesn't do you any good, man. Yes, we gotta blame the system. The system gotta be fixed. It seems like it's getting fixed. So hopefully, things get better. You know, yeah, I don't agree with a lot of shit I see up there. A lot of things that people that come from other places do. Like taking a shower in the sink. Where everybody gonna brush their teeth. I think that's not right, man. If you gotta do that thing, get a gallon of water, go outside your truck, and do all that spiritual thing that you gotta do on your truck, outside, and that way you don't bother nobody, you know. And then if you do in the sink, man, at least dry the sink, so the next person don't have to step all over a goddamn, water all over in the floor, all over, in the sink. It's a lot of stuff, man. If you're using a bottle to, you know, wash your ass, bottle of spring water, when you're done with it, man, throw in the garbage can. Don't leave it there in the way where other people got to touch your bottle. You know, it's not clean, man. And I understand that's part of the religion. We got a lot of Americans. They belong to the same religion, and they do the same thing. Uh, I've seen it. It's not only Middle Eastern people, but the thing is this: if you're doing that, clean up to yourself, man. We grow men, man. We don't, you know, have some courtesy for the next person, man. You know, and you know. But anyways, guys, I don't like talking about negative things, but I just felt that I gotta talk about those things a little bit. Uh, but like I said, man, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna I'm gonna try to go to Dallas on Thursday if I get there early, and try to put a generator on my truck so it could keep my batteries charged after it dropped to a center level. And I also want to put a bunk heater because winter is coming soon. I definitely don't want to idle my truck unless it's under 10 degrees or 20 degrees. Then I have to idle it because I don't want my engine uh, you know I would like to keep my engine warm, right? But that's another thing. Where I put in the generator, they also put the engine block heater, which should keep you block, you know, warm in wintertime. So I'm planning to do all those things. I also got to put two steering tires. I learned something yesterday from one of my friends. He do flatbed. He said, "Man, I said, yeah, I got to put two steering tires." So we was talking about it, and he said, "Make sure you check the date of the tires, man. Make sure they from 2025. They're not, older than that." And I'll be honest, man. I never knew about it. I put tires before. I never knew about the tires got the week and the year that was made. You know, and you know, it's like bread. You want to have fresh tires, newly made, because it's rubber. The rubber, after so long, it it doesn't work the same way. I mean, that's what I was told. Uh, I also did a little research in Google, and yeah, it was actually on the point, man. Like I said, man, we learn something new every day, man. You know, that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm debating whether to put Michelin tires uh, or Yokohama's, or maybe Goodyears. I just tired of paying $900, man, for per tire. You know, it's I put 16 plies at the uh, long haul Michelin tires, and they're very expensive. Uh, but supposedly they're the best. So you pay what you get for. But you know, the rule of thumb, it is to change your steering tires every year. That's what a lot of old timers tell me. A lot of people that be in the industry. I know some people say you don't have to or whatever. I mean, that's like I said, that's your choice, honestly. But you know, steering tires are very, very, very important, man, because they're very dangerous. They could do a lot of damage when they blew up. Uh, so yeah, after that, I gotta get some dry tires also, but I might hold off on those because I got, when I bought the truck, I got recaps. Uh, you know, I've been through Arizona in the heat, Nevada, Florida. Uh, they've been good so far. So I'll be honest, I'm trying to squeeze in as much as I can. If I check them daily when I do my pre-trip, my post-trip. But if I see something, wow, guys, look at all these cows over here, man.